Hi, my name is Andrew Desiderio, affectionately known as Desi, Desi Drew Photography. I'm a landscape photographer and I specialize in nature and wildlife and in high enlargements. So I just moved back to San Diego from Miami, and my first stop on the drive across country was in Tampa Bay, and I had to get the famous Tampa Bay Riverwalk skyline shot, and I used my WonderPana with my 10 stop on my Nikon 14-24. That's my favorite setup. Best shots I get are from that setup, and I took about a minute-long exposure on the skyline during a late sunset, and I got really lucky that the WonderPana was able to capture more color out of the skyline than was really giving me, and it smoothed out the river just perfectly to give a nice soft reflection and look like silk right on the water, and it's become a really popular photograph of mine. With this shot, I was in my native California in Seal Beach, and I'm known for loving my piers, and I hit the Seal Beach Pier with my WonderPana 10 stop again. What was unique about this image is this was late sunset and deep into blue hour, and the sky was giving me these great blues and purples, which if you watch a late sunset, you know is just the best time. But with the 10 stop, I ended up having a super long exposure. This was a 5-minute exposure, and it really created some great silk in the sky, pushing the clouds and stretching them out. If you get this timed right with the direction of the cloud movement, you can really get those elongated clouds. This shot was at the famous Kirk mountain, and it's always very difficult to create a unique shot in a very popular photo spot. And what my intention here was, I noticed a lot of ice on the lake, and I needed to cut through some of that ice to show some reflection. And so I used my WonderPana circular polarizer to create a little bit more reflection than you'd be able to get with the frozen lake, and it gave me a great purple look to the mountain. It really is a fun twist on a very common shot that I felt like I had a little bit of originality that you don't see too often. Some of my favorite things about the WonderPana system, especially with my 14-24 millimeter Nikon, the circular filters, I love the screw-in aspect because I have no risk of light leak. When you know you have that security of not having to worry about light leak, you have that confidence in knowing that this is going to be a great shot. I like the safety of having the rim on the screw-in filters as well. I like being able to know that I can touch the filters and put my hands on them and not worry about smudging the screen as much because I have some area to grab. And then also that they're stackable even is great, because sometimes you want to put a circular polarizer with a 3-stop or a 5-stop, and you're really able to have a lot of maximization of what you can do. I like that there's a WonderPana lens cap, and I'm able to actually keep my system attached to my lens, and that way I'm able to really keep it in my bag and not worry about how much gear I'm going to have to take. It really makes me feel comfortable knowing that everything is compact enough, even for a 145 millimeter filter.